Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. NiNjahCheeto here. I'll be going over some maintenance and patch notes and info for this week in NGS. So let's jump into it. Okay, so maintenance this week seems to have went smoothly. It ended at normal time, started at normal time. Doesn't seem to be anything out of normal there. They fixed a bug this week to where there was apparently there was a seasonal task that was taking up the counted number of side tasks that you could accept and complete and stuff. So they fixed that with this maintenance. It was a bug apparently for those of you that it affected. And then just as normal with maintenance, they extended the duration of premium set users and extended storage and material storage and stuff by 6 hours, since you couldn't actually log into the game and take part in that. Just your average normal maintenance stuff. Well, first up this week, there's going to be a World Trial Stellar Grace returning again. For those of you not familiar, Stellar Grace are collected in exploration sectors for Elio, Redum, and Kavaris. You can get tons of star gems and other rewards, as well as a drop in seasonal points increase 10% on the day of Grace, followed by an additional 20% on the Grace end day, which will stack, giving you a total of 30% buffs, which is pretty good. Be a good time for y'all to get out there and farm some PSE burst. There's scheduled times and dates for this I'll be showing on the screen briefly. As well, I will put this schedule info and link below in the video description. So keep in mind, y'all, this is my time zone though, so it's EDT times, so you'll have to factor that in accordingly for yourselves. Okay, so something else big happening this week is going to be PSO2 Day. So PSO2 Day, for those of you that don't know, you get all sorts of like rare drop rate boost and EXP boost, 20% EXP, 50% rare drop rate. There's like a limited task that they'll give you for the day, and base PSO2 as well gets affected with like various things for fun, 100% EXP, 200% rare drop rate, 200% gathering fever if you need to like get some stuff for Xerxes for like weeklies, if you need base Meseta still, or augmentation success and enhancement success rates increased if you need to like make some gear on base PSO2. Not a bad time to do it on PSO2 Day. The day of PSO2 Day is going to be on October 1st, Saturday at 8 p.m. for me, which is Eastern time. It's going to run for 36 hours all the way up till October 3rd, Monday at 8 in the morning, which this is my time zone again, so factor this in accordingly for whatever time you're all in. On PSO2 Day as well, everybody in the game will get 50 star gems and a couple of scratch tickets, and base PSO2 will have like ARC Scrappies running around again. Same basic stuff. Something really cool about this PSO2 Day in particular though is it's going to line up, so you can see that this happens on October 1st, right? Like the boost happens all the way up to Monday, and so there's still a grace period that's going on. This will affect this grace period here. So the trial period goes from Sunday to Monday, and that'll actually cover you with your personal grace boost from the Stellar Grace. So if you want to farm anything, that'll definitely be a really good day to do it, because the PSO2 Day boost and the grace boost is both going to stack together, and it's a good time to farm some stuff. So another thing that's going to be happening this week that y'all definitely don't want to miss out on is there's going to be another ARCS Records event going on for Cannonball Strike, and this is party play too. So if y'all didn't know, if you open your menu and go to personal, and then you go down to ARCS Records, and then you go to Random Challenge Records, you can find the information here. As you can see, people that score in bronze will get 20 ARCS record badges, people that score in silver will get 40 record badges, and people that score in gold will get 50 record badges. So I would really suggest everybody do this. Even if you don't want to try hard this or anything, even if you just do one run, you'll at least get the minimum reward, which is 20 ARCS badges for scoring in bronze. And these record challenges, these leaderboards are actually percentage based. So like it's actually not just one like party that's going to be getting gold. It should be like several parties that can get gold, several parties can get silver, and so forth. The more people that run it, the larger the percentage base can be of like how many people can have which rank and whatnot. At least that's my understanding for it. These record badges are actually really useful for a lot of different exchanges. So I'll go ahead and show y'all where you go to for Cannonball Strike. If you open your menu and go to World Map, you can find it right over here, Cannonball Strike. As you can see on my map, it's right above, it's well, right below Razor Gorge, and like to the, you can get to it really easy just going to South Kavaris to this here at Dan and Snowfield, and then just go a little bit up to the northeast, and it's kind of like in a little valley, and I'll show like a little bit of it on the screen too. We'll go ahead and travel over there. So if you're here at the Dan and Snowfield, you can just travel right up to the northeast. It'll be right on the side of the mountain. a little bit hidden. You can see right down here. There it is. You can come here and start it up. Definitely get a hold of like some friends, get together and run some of this. It's going to be going on all week. You can even see on the screen here where it says Ark's record is underway, 6 days, 14 hours left. So you got like basically all week to go through and try to do some ranking on this. I ran a couple of runs earlier with some teammates. It's pretty fun. Basically, you just go through and just kill everything on the screen and try to break all the targets too. As you kill enemies, they're going to drop little orbs. You pick up the orbs and it's like a little rock that you can toss at little targets that are floating. You hit the targets, it spawns more enemies. And just basically rinse and repeat and try to get through to the end. I believe the best way to get the highest score is you want to try to kill every enemy possible and break every target possible. So you don't want to break the last target until every enemy's dead, I believe. That's my understanding for it. So another thing that's happening this week will be Randomite. As you can see on the screen, I'm hugging this precious piece of Randomite here. I'm going to be sad to see these going. Randomite's going to be respawned all across the map again, so make sure you all get out there and get that. This is the last week for Randomite. I have a map here that an awesome player in the JP community put together. I'm going to put a link to in the description below to that. I'll just show it off here in a moment on the screen. All the yellow dots across the map, of course, would be Randomite locations. That was Kavaris. Here's Alios right here on the screen. And then we'll scroll over a little bit here and you can see Redums as well. So make sure you all get out here and break all of these. It's very valuable stuff that comes out of them. All these materials, it's going to be super useful for making different things as Stia comes out and new gear comes out, and just the Blizzardium and whatnot too. You never know when Sega might surprise us with some uses for some of this stuff. So make sure y'all check that out. I'll put the map link in the description below. And Sega showed on the website today a little bit more info that was displayed in the headline yesterday. We'll go over this just briefly here. This is going to be NGS. It's going to be at TwitchCon 2022, and that's happening in San Diego from October 7th through October 9th. And that's going to be over the weekend, like Friday through Sunday. So anybody that's looking forward to like attending this, a little bit of info here. I'll put this in the description below too, like a link to this, so y'all can check it out. And people who attend can from the visitor booth can get like some in-game items, like Sonic themed items and like an emote. It's actually an old emote that we already have in the game. I have a video showing this emote off. I'll put that up, and it should be showing up in the top right for y'all. You can click on it if you want to see what the emote looks like. And then there's also, like, for limited supplies, it's going to be, they're going to give out shirts to people who attend as well, so that's kind of cool. You get an in-game shirt, or not in-game shirt, but an IRL shirt. You actually get IRL merch from them. It's kind of cool. Yeah, so some of y'all might be interested in this if you're in the San Diego area during that time. So Sega actually ended up having a really big milestone happen recently. This was shown in the headline yesterday too, but they put the information on the website today. So they've topped 10 million users worldwide, which is really cool. Like this many registered users for the game. This is quite a goal, quite a big goal, quite a big milestone for them. And they're saying here that they're planning on doing some series of campaigns coming up in November. So in November, we're going to be getting some cool rewards due to this milestone that Sega's reached. It's pretty nice. Congratulations to them. Well, Sega ended up posting a little bit of the questions, the Q&A from the headline the other day on the website, which I never did go over yesterday on the video that I did covering the headline with the commentary. So I'll just go over that briefly for a moment. They're planning on doing a thing with mag buffs to where you can refresh your mag buff, which that'll be nice. That's going to be coming like somewhere in December, I guess. And then they're talking about PSE gauge dropping. They're going to make it to where once the PSE gauge hits level 2, it can't drop below level 2. So that's nice. That's going to come in December as well. And they mentioned for the Trinitis, like if you do the Geometric Labyrinth, you know, if you die in that, you have to sit there and wait to actually have the mission end. You have to let the time run out, or either that, if you like return to lobby, you just don't get any rewards. They're going to make it now so if the party dies, you're going to be able to just, like, the quest will end within a few seconds and you'll get your rewards. So even if you get wiped, it's going to make running it a lot better. You'll actually get like more rewards and stuff. You'll get like a clear rank that's appropriate for how much progress you made during the run. And then they're also mentioning that they're going to relax like minerals with gathering and stuff, because like people have been saying as like more regions have came out, now we have Alio, Redum, and Kavaris. There's a lot of gathering. If you actually take time to go around the entire map and break every possible mineral there is, like it takes like a long time. So they're going to be relaxing that, and they said that they're going to keep it in mind for Stia too, so hopefully Stia won't be like such a bad gathering route. All these changes should come up in December roughly. And then there was they also mentioned that the Rappy spots from the previous event back in June, if y'all played when you killed a dread enemy, there was Rappy spots that would trigger, and Great Emperor Rappy would spawn sometimes, Emperor Rappy, and they would be in these locations after killing dread enemies. And some players would kill the dread enemies and would miss hitting the Great Emperor Rappy because it was so far away. So they're going to try to trigger something to where it's going to make it more fair for everybody on the map, to where everybody gets a fair shot at hitting the Rappy. Hopefully they'll put like a delayed spawn timer maybe, or something, you know, like once a dread enemy dies, you'll have like, I don't know, let's say like a minute to go travel there and then it's going to spawn. I think that would be a good fix, but they're planning on doing something to help people out with this. And then one more thing that they mentioned was the personal quarters and alliance quarters. They mentioned that this is going to be coming after spring of 2023. It's like pretty far away. They just basically said just hold off. It's not done yet, and they're trying to polish it as much as possible. We all know Sega, how they are with their bugs and their spaghetti coding, so let's just give them time. You know, so yeah, they just need time, you know, it takes time to develop these things. All right, so last thing we'll cover here is Sega added a new AC scratch today. If you open your menu and go to shops, you can find Fantastic Memories. And this is actually just all old base PSO2 stuff. You can even see in the little like preview window here, it says for PSO2, whereas a lot of these other ones would say like for NGS. And yeah, so this got added today. There's a couple of nice things that have been put here in the scratch bonus in particular. You can actually buy this camo, sell this camo in the shops too. You can see over here, it doesn't show bound to players. It doesn't give like an error message if you try to trade, but like this one for example would not tradable in personal shops. So you can actually buy this if y'all like this. This was given out before too. And then there's an emote at 35 scratch frequency bonus. This emote in particular is really good, Neil. I'll show that to y'all in a minute. I actually have all the emotes from this scratch. I'll put in various links that y'all can see for previews of these. So the emote Neil, this one's got like several button presses and stuff with it too, and you can see you can purchase this in the player shops as well. So if you're all missing this emote, I would suggest getting it. It's a really nice one. Inside of the prize listing, there's actually like all this stuff's basically just old stuff from the base game. Like I said, some of the stuff that y'all might like though, well, there is actually like a lot of good outfits and hairstyles and stuff in here, but it's also like all old stuff, so it doesn't look as good. But some of it's pretty nice though. There's like some emotes in here that are really good. A lot of these are just all like repeats as well. This one's actually like a reaction emote. I have a video of this on my channel already, previewing it, showing the reaction, what it does, knocks people away from you that react. Same thing with this one here, the 384 weapon magic. I have a video of this on my channel too, which shows what the reactions perform when other players react to you. And as well, 395 cast a spell. This is probably one of my favorite reaction emotes in the entire game. I have a emote video of this one too. You should see up at the top right, I'm gonna try to put like a link that should pop up for y'all that takes you right to the preview of it. And this one, what happens is when you do this cast the spell, people that are reacting to you, you'll turn them into Rappies. They'll turn into little yellow Rappy dolls, a whole bunch of them. I've actually done this before in alliance meetings, and I turned like an alliance of like 50 people all into Rappies. It's really cool. And then the last one that they have in here is the Photon Circle. This one's actually not a very good emote. I guess like it's kind of cool, like you can do different things with it. I guess I should take that back. There's different button presses for it and stuff. This is on my channel too. I have previews of all 4 of these. Well, 5 of them if you count the Neil. And then there's various accessories in here too. There's actually a lot of really good accessories. Some of the stuff in here y'all might like. I'll go ahead and show y'all real quick what the emote Neil looks like here. So this is the type 2 version. This is part 1 of it. If you press the button one time, it'll do like a little different variation to it. Press the button one more time, does like a pretty spicy variation, we should say. Nice. And then it's gonna just reset. So it's like 3 button presses. And then I'll show you all the type 1 as well. And this is like the basic part of it. And if I press the button one more time, does this. Y'all see me doing this earlier over there by the little critters. And then press the button one more time, and there's this one. It's a pretty nice emote. Definitely, if you don't have it, I would suggest trying to watch the shops for it. Might be able to obtain it for pretty cheap, maybe, because it's like a revive as well. Yeah. Well, that's going to be it for today. Let me know in the comments below how you all feel about the Cannonball Strike ranking this week, as well if anything in this week's AC scratch catches your attention. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, friends. Have a wonderful day.